Okay guys, I'm going to be talking about the Hubsan X4. It's a 2.4 gigahertz RC series 4-channel mini copter. Okay, I've not flown these before other than in the last 24 hours. I brought this yesterday. I've done about 8 flights or so in and outdoors, but this is my first flight today. And we're going to see how it copes in the wind. Don't forget, I've only been flying 24 hours, so you know I'm not the best, probably not the worst, but we'll give it a go and see how it goes. As you can see, it's just took off now. It's always best to have it, apparently, to have it flat on a surface when you plug the battery in. I've calibrated it all, it's all up and running, got it going. Indoors it seems to fly, you know, pretty good. Out here today we've got a crosswind from left to right, and it does pick up a little bit as I'll fly around. You get roughly about 7 minutes off the battery, 7 minutes flight time. I think it's the standard battery that comes with it is a 240 milliamp, I think it is, and it takes approximately about 20 minutes or so to charge the battery up from a standard USB on your computer or direct from the mains. Okay, as you can see, I'm trying to keep it still. There is a bit of a strong wind. As you can see, it just almost dropped off the edge of the table there. I was trying to get it back on the table, which I do. It's not that hard to do that at all. It's just me getting back used to it again after first flying it yesterday. I'm still not confident enough to turn the copter round so it's facing me, because you do get confused with the controls. I'm sure that will come in time. I do spin it round a couple of times, but generally just flying it forward and left to right. And as you can see, it's going up and down because there is a bit of a wind there. You can see it in the trees in the background. And there you go, look, you just landed it on the table and off we go again. It does seem quite sturdy. I've crashed it a few times. I've landed it in the grass, I've knocked it against the shed. In fact, yesterday, the tree to the top left hand corner there, I flew into the tree and lost perspective exactly where it was, and there's a overhanging branch and it landed there, and I had to get quite a large stick to retrieve it, which was quite funny. I thought I was going to have problems getting it back, but got it back quite easy. That just come over and I just landed it in my hand and then placed it back on the table. They seem to fly pretty good. I've not flown any other ones before, so I've got nothing to compare it against. But looking at what other people doing reviews, they seem to like it and find it quite good. They've been around quite a while. I'm just getting into it now, just, you know, this flying little copters and things like that. I have been looking at the larger copters, something like the Phantom, which are quite expensive, because I'm into my photography a little bit, although I'm using a very basic camera at the moment to film this. So I'm looking to upgrade, but to be fair, I went on to a forum about the Phantoms and said I was interested in purchasing one, and one guy come up and said, try one of these Hubsans, because they'll get you used to flying, which I understand. I mean, this cost me 50 quid from Maplins. You could be looking around £1,000. Yeah, you can get second-hand ones, Phantoms that is, for, you know, 500 quid. But you could be looking up to £1,000, and especially if you got your GoPros on there to do some filming while you're flying. That's what I want to be doing. So yeah, as you can see, it, you know, it's pretty good. It's going up and down because I'm trying to fight the breeze that's coming across. And you see sometimes I'll get it quite level and stable, and it does what you want to do. It's quite responsive. The controller can be programmed for different things. You can turn it into expert mode, where you start doing flips and things like that. But my garden's not big enough to start trying that yet, or I'll end up losing it in the tree again and won't be able to retrieve it. At the moment I'm just using it in the standard mode, which, you know, seems quite easy to fly. There you go, it just bounced back on the table again. It's all about use and getting used to it, but the table's not that big to land on, to be fair, so, you know, I'm not doing too bad. You might see me start to spin it around a little bit in a minute. There he goes, and then got blowed off course. In fact, I think that's where it bumped into the shed. I had to go and retrieve it and just turn it over so I could take it off again, which you should see come back into shot. What else can I say? Yeah, the propellers, it comes already built out of the box. All you need to do is charge the battery up, and you have a little light on the USB stick, and once the light goes out, that means it's fully charged. In fact, looking at my charge after this flight I've just done, it has took almost 30 minutes to charge that up. So it is quite a long charge time, but I believe out there, I've seen on eBay, you can get fast chargers, but I can't see any in the UK. They seem to all be in the States. I may be wrong, there may be here somewhere. If they're not, I should imagine that it won't be long before they are here. I'm looking at getting a larger battery so we get extended flight time. Because like I say, you get roughly about 7 minutes. You may get a little bit more indoors if you're not fighting the wind so much, but not much. You might get another extra half a minute, something like that. But all in all, it's a pretty good little copter. I mean, it's fun, and like I say, hopefully it's going to get me used to flying them. I'll be happy when I can start turning it around and start flying it properly. I need to get out in a bigger field so I can, you know, explore the controls a bit more. It's a bit tight in the garden, but you know, it gives you a bit of fun. You kind of trying to get back onto the table. There you go. I move it along the table so you can see it. And as you can see now, the lights are just starting to flash. When the lights start to flash, the LEDs start to flash on the corners. That means that that's time to bring it in and get your battery recharged. It does advise you to do it straight away once it starts blinking. If you get another couple of quick flights, you should be okay. But don't do too long. You know, we are advised to bring it in and charge it from when it starts blinking. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this little fly around with the Hubsan X4, and we'll catch you later. Thank you very much.